Hello and welcome to Not Replaced Yet Office Hours. My name is Nick Bushkar. I'm here with my brother Jesse. Say hello, Jesse.
What's happening?
This is the show where we run down the top news in AI every single weekday, and we banter, we talk, we chat, and hopefully eventually take some questions from you, the wonderful people that, of course, will be watching us soon. And if you are here, please like, comment, share, subscribe. We really need your help in growing this community, this brand, and we want to help you stay informed, inspired about all things AI, automation, and future of work. Jesse, what's going on this fine Tuesday?
And we got a trip. We're leaving tomorrow.
Leaving tomorrow.
I got to
We gotta
pack.
figure
Are
out
you
what that
packed?
means for our week. No, I'm not packed at all.
I know.
But that's normal. I'm not, you know.
Yeah, no, me
That's
too. Me too on that front. Yeah, we got to figure out. We land tomorrow 3:20, I think. And so 4
Yeah,
p.m.
but that's 3:20 their time. So it'll be 5:20 East Coast. Yeah.
Time and space
We're gonna be
are a
on the
mystery
plane
to
during
me.
normal times. Yeah.
We can do it from the plane.
Also, we'll be on the plane for the entirety of the Arsenal PSG match, second
Oh
leg.
no.
They should have
You might be able
live
to watch
TV.
it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
My
But,
bet.
you know.
I would bet. We should try to do the show from the plane. That would be,
I don't know about
La-
that. Maybe that's
laggy.
interesting.
laggy.
Yeah, very
is
laggy.
the adjective that comes to mind. No, I think I got some banter for the second half, but we could jump into
Cool.
the news if you want to.
I say we do it. Let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
Okay. Today is Tuesday, May 6th, and OpenAI is on the move again, this time buying Windsurf. Computer World reports that the $3 billion acquisition will bring the AI coding tool into OpenAI's suite, bolstering its appeal to developers. Windsurf has gained traction for helping engineers write and debug code using natural language. This marks OpenAI's biggest acquisition since 2023.
Yeah, still haven't dug into Windsurf, but it's on the list soon. Not to be outdone, Amazon is building its own AI agent called Kiro. Kiro? I think it's Kiro.
Not sure.
Business Insider says Kiro can analyze the developer's prompt and existing code base, then generate new code in real time, even suggesting improvements. It's part of a broader shift across tech giants to embed AI deeper into software development.
And IBM's CEO Arvind Krishna is taking a different angle. In a talk yesterday, he argued the future isn't in giant models, but in smaller domain-specific ones. Computer World covered the story. Krishna says these focused models are cheaper, faster, and safer, especially when deployed on edge networks like 5G and Wi-Fi. Expect IBM to double down on that play this year.
And that smaller model trend might hit biology next. TechCrunch previewed a new tool from startup Future House aimed at using AI to help biologists discover treatments. Instead of just generating hypotheses, the tool uses simulation and structured reasoning to help teams test and validate ideas faster than traditional wet lab methods.
And that's not the only AI health crossover making waves. New Limit, a company co-founded by Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, just raised $130 million to pursue age-reversing therapies. Their approach combines epigenetics with AI-driven prediction models to reprogram human cells. It's a long bet, but one investors seem eager to place.
That's super cool. In other news, Axios is spotlighting AI's next frontier, education. A new initiative from Heartland Forward and edtech firm Stemuli is bringing gamified AI learning to schools across the U.S. heartland. The goal is to give students and entrepreneurs hands-on experience with AI, especially in those underserved regions.
On the defense side, Anduril is tackling a tough one, real-time AI on the battlefield. According to TechCrunch, their newest systems are being designed to process visual data at the edge. No cloud, no delay. The aim is to help military operators make decisions in milliseconds using autonomous sensors and drones that can reason on the fly.
Oh, Palmer Luckey.
Oh boy.
To close us out, Scientific American is asking a big one. Could AI really kill off all humans? The article dives into the existential risk, arguing that while extinction by AI is not likely tomorrow, dismissing it outright is a mistake. They explore the limits of current models, the math behind runway AI, runway. I'm using my tool set. Runaway AI, and why some researchers are pushing for pause.
And that covers the top headlines for today, and always nice to end on a light, cheery note. I will say I'm excited about the New Limit funding. I think I'm a big fan of Brian Armstrong. And so I love the space of the, reversing human aging, and also him, just a fan of his. So that one's cool and a bit nicer than the "is AI going to kill us all"
Yeah,
conversation.
New Limit just takes me to my New Orleans hip hop pedigree for No Limit and Master P. Just a ridiculous talent and a birth of a whole genre of hip hop music. But that's not what that one's about.
Probably not.
Probably not.
So you said you had some banter for the second half.
All right.
What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I said it on our very first episode, but not many people tuned in. I'm a famous rapper, and so I'm doing my next video. How would you approach video to video? Because I was playing with a lot of video to video for our latest episode, for episode 6, and for this other project, and so I don't know. I felt like it was further along, but I think maybe I'm not using the right tool set.
So
I don't
say
know.
more. By video to video, do you mean taking a video that currently exists and restyling it, or what?
Yes.
What do you
Yep.
mean?
Yep. That's right.
Okay.
That's it. So basically,
That
it's for that clip I sent you. I sent you the clip of our call to
right.
action for the next episode, and I wanted to, take over the background and have space aliens in the background or something. And so video to video would have done that. CapCut gives you video to video because you can use AI stylized, but it's like
Right.
it overwrites your video. It doesn't actually like leave any of the original intact, and so
Yeah.
that failed. I tried. You got to be 10 seconds or less. The only one worth a damn was Kling. Kling, I got usable output. It wasn't good enough, but would have been usable had it
Where
been put in.
I actually have Kling up right now, and I see multi-elements. Is that where you were? Inside Kling,
Yes,
and it was upload video to edit.
correct.
Well, to answer your question directly, I don't know because I haven't really played with video to video. I haven't done a ton of video restyling, and I
That's
want
cool.
to. I just have not done it. Did you find anything? Runway has a bunch of extra tools.
I was looking in
And
there and I couldn't even find the lip sync option. Like their nav is really
it's on the left, there is an all tools option. So
hold
get
up.
in there in the
I'm in there.
sidebar, and at the
All
near
right.
the bottom, it says all tools, and there's just a bunch of
Hold on.
tools.
We're
And
gonna let Nick
what I've been seeing
we're
it,
gonna let Nick educate me in real time for the show because this is what office hours is supposed to be. So I'm gonna share my screen. Pew pew pew. Share screen, entire screen, that screen. There we go. Okay, so runway, and I go to all tools. No, go to dashboard.
no, dashboard on the left, all tools.
All tools.
So this is
There you
where
go.
like lip
Generate
sync
video.
is.
Lip sync video right there.
Yeah, but I don't know if they have a restyle. I don't think they do.
In painting with video, that might be it.
Maybe in painting, but that's slightly different because that would
But
be bringing something in, not overwriting yourself. Like if you want to make yourself an anime or whatever. I don't think that would be it, but maybe not. Maybe.
maybe not.
The language I've seen used, it's called Restyle, is what
Yeah.
I've seen it called. And so I just Googled video AI Restyle, and I'm seeing. And Unboring seems to be a company. I have never really checked them out. I actually landed on them earlier today for
Interesting.
something else. I forget what I was doing, but
I'll show you what I was able to create with this.
whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's in
Yeah,
Kling.
that's not bad. Yeah, this is Kling, and what you do in that edit video feature, you mask, you select, and it creates a mask,
I see.
and then whatever is not or whatever is masked is what the AI generates, and so yeah, that one was
That makes sense.
it just didn't keep the mouth,
Yeah.
it wasn't quite usable for what, and then this one was the opposite. I masked the other side, but it's just a still. There's nothing actually happening I guess there is a slight. I saw a little bit of emotion, but that was just like, oh, I could
Oh
just
yeah,
put
I
a
see.
JPEG behind me, So
Yeah, I feel you.
yeah.
Go to
So what's it?
reface.ai.
Reface.ai.
Reface. Yeah, I'm just like
Is this these guys? They make
reface.ai.
apps.
I guess. Maybe add slash unboring to the end of the URL.
It's the opposite of the boring company.
Exactly. It's SkyTubes.
Ground holes. No. Turn your videos into cartoons.
But it's
Try it
also, but it's
out.
not just cartoons, right? It's like
Yeah,
a
it's
filter. It's
stylizing
a
them.
yeah. But
Okay.
where that's what it was I was looking to uh do a face swap is what I was trying to do earlier. And I didn't find a tool that worked well for what I wanted. So that was annoying. But this was one of the tools. They have a face swap thing, so I wasn't playing with the video aspect.
Yeah.
But for this one, it's that you can only seemingly, I think, only use the styles they have so
Oh, you
on
can't
the
like
right over
create your
there.
own
You can't
stuff.
like upload your right unless
I
maybe
feel
that's
you.
like a pro feature or something. I don't know.
I feel you. Let's see. Let's try it. Select style, restyle. Oh, result in 9 minutes, and I got to sign up. I mean, that checks out.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I'm going to
that checks.
stop sharing and actually try it because I want to.
All right, you do that, but um, well, yeah, video restyle.
I don't think I want to see myself in claymation. I think I might be not impressed. Modern anime. All right, let's try
You
that
have to
one.
pay. The video restyle is only in their premium plan, which is 30 a month.
I'm gonna make him tell me. Most of these tools give us free something. One
Yeah,
try something. So let's see.
it says 24-hour money back guarantee if
Ooh.
idle. Interesting. If idle, meaning like if you pay and you don't do anything, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Well, is there anything else? I don't know if us fumbling around on a website that we've never used before is super thrilling content here for all the Zero watchers. But
I take offense.
any, I, offense meant,
I intend
um,
offense.
intended.
No, I think we should stick with the conversation for figuring out our my 2FA going off for figuring out our next couple of days because we got some adventures ahead.
Yeah. So, uh, well, I assume what we'll do is we will land and we'll get into Denver around 5:30, something like that. I think is what it
Mm-hmm.
is, 5:20ish or whatever. And then it'll probably take, I don't know, another 30 to 60 minutes, depending on bags and timing and traffic and whatever, to get over
Mm-hmm.
to our Airbnb. So, um, my thought is that, I mean, do you still want to pull up a live and do a thing? Do you want to do one? Or we could not do one tomorrow and do one Thursday and like do a catch up Thursday, or same thing Friday. Like we don't have to do one. We could do one that covers all the days or something. There's
Mm-hmm.
something around that. Um and I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
think it'd be fun to
rambling,
do
but
it. I think it'd be fun to do it. I'd rather shift the time and just keep the cadence and let's just do it. And we could be sitting on
that's
the
cool.
opposite sides of the Airbnb.
Truthfully, my guess is we'll land, we'll get to the Airbnb, and then we'll want to eat dinner, and then we'll eat dinner, and then we'll be back at the Airbnb, and then we'll do it. That's
Yeah,
probably what it'll be
that's
if I
cool.
had to guess. But
That works too.
also, I mean, like we'll just figure it out as we go along. I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
you know, we don't
Listen,
have to
for all
set
of
it.
those listening, for
And
all of you listening, just stay on your
hey,
toes. We're gonna give you some
stay on your
curveballs.
toes. look, I'm looking in how many views we have right now on YouTube. We're just under 4,000 current concurrent viewers right now. So to all of you watching, um,
That's impressive.
stop.
I mean, you're the stop. What are you doing with your lives?
Leave. You're listening to two people talk about their travel plans. What are you doing watching us?
This is a vlog. It's like a vlog. It's a
Yeah,
daily. Do you remember Justin TV?
I do remember Justin TV.
I actually do have some interesting stuff to talk to you about after all that stuff passed. Uh, this is for like a 10 rabbit hole conversation later, but I'm listening
All
to
right.
Tim Sweeney, founder of Epic Games, and I think I told you about
Yeah.
that, the latest Lex.
Uh-huh.
Um, he is his description of what he has built with um, it's the Unreal Engine, right?
Right.
It's not Unity. Unity and Unreal
No.
are two different things, and they throw me way off. But
Right.
Unreal is there, and he describes it using all the same language and adjectives as people describe AI. And I think it's a really interesting because even down to the physics, where like he's like, if we could just simulate all of the photons, then we know how physics works, and so we could do it. It just takes way too much compute. So what we spend our time doing is finding approximations for reality
Hmm.
that are compute favorable or friendly, but can still represent as realistic as we can. And that's
Yeah.
like his first principle approach to the features that his engineers build. And that smacks of AI to me. Like that's what AI is. AI is not a full simulation of a human being's intelligence, of a high degree intelligence. It is a simulation of it, an approximation of what a human would how a human would think through something. It just turns out that like without the burden of reality, you can do that, in a different time scale, at a different pace, at a different, with different resources. Like, but the
Well,
other thing that he talks about real quick, the other thing he talks about is he's building this tool to enable builders and designers and artists.
yeah.
That rhymes with what Dario talks about, or Sam talks about, or any of the AI
Hmm.
creators are talking about. Like, so anyway, I just found a lot of unique parallels there that I think is a rich place to mine.
When I hear it, where my mind goes is okay, so think of the pre-generative AI era. Physics engines existed,
Hmm.
right? So there was, I mean, Unreal existed pre-Gen AI.
Yeah.
Um, and so to me, it's almost like a methodology split. How are they doing these calculations? Like there's like deterministic programming, and then there's
Hmm.
generative AI, and it's like a methodology difference, even if the goals are the same. But the truth is I'm like talking, you know, out of my whatever, and because I don't know how they're running Unreal Engine, but I assume Unreal is not being based off of a transformer model
No,
or
it's not.
anything
No,
like
it's not.
that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? And so then it's more just like a deterministic old school computer programming method that was created, like people, they created a physics
Well,
engine, and then the physics engine expresses itself, but the way that the physics engine was created was not from a generative model AI modeling or model. So like it like, you know
let
what I'm
me.
saying,
I
because all of
do.
this existed before
Let me ping pong back though.
transformers.
Let me ping pong back though,
All
and
right.
see if I miss your point or if I hit it.
Yeah.
ChatGPT starts with legacy deterministic programming. It imports data using whatever C++ commands. Like the neural nets, the transformer architecture is manifested by the use of current digital means, right? Like we build up a neural net inside of a digital ecosystem that runs on servers. It takes on a life of its own, it takes on a very different perspective. I would say the parallel I see with Unity is, or Unreal Engine, damn it, with Unreal Engine is that yes, it's built like you're saying in the legacy mindset with traditional programming. It then takes a non-deterministic route in that, like, this is, oh, you want to bring in a model and put a light source here? Well, how those things bounce off of the textures and things, how you design it is no longer handcuffed by the deterministic models. It takes on a a creationist life of its own through on top of the legacy programming that was built. And so, like, because he was talking about, like, they were looking at scenes, and it was like the artistry is what brings it out. Like, we built these tools, the artist using these tools is what creates this scene right here, or this type of scene, and we didn't even know it was possible. We just built these tools. So I don't know, there's some
but isn't
I'm not
isn't
articulating
that
it well, but
the artist creating it is still a deterministic thing? So me, if I download, like I've downloaded, I forget which one I downloaded. I think Unity. I downloaded Unity
Yeah.
and was playing around inside Unity. Like it's like you're in Photoshop. It's like you're in Premiere. It's like you're in a program and you're like, this is my model and this is my thing, and then I'm using this to create this. You know what I mean? Like, it's very linear, very, I'm just doing what computer programmers or creators have always
Yeah.
done, layering things on top of things, and I have this engine to build on top of that gives me gravity and gives me these different forces of physics. But it's not like, I mean, the truth is I'm speaking about this very ignorantly, because
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know how Unreal or Unity are running these days. Like, I just don't know at all. It's not my
It's
space, right?
not
And so,
the,
but I just don't. I like my what I do know about it. I don't know a generative space in it. It's
no,
like,
it's not
just
generative.
because.
It's not
Okay.
generative in that way. The
Okay.
experience that outputs. So when you have, you know, a million particles generated to create a flame, right? So
Yeah.
the generation of particles, have you worked in like particle system stuff before? I've been fascinated with particle
Sure.
systems for a very long time.
Yeah.
And so it creates n number of particles per duration of time. So let's say 1,000 particles every 5 seconds or whatever it is.
And there is
In
if you're creating fire, there's a physics, and inside the physics engine, there is something that allows those particles to embody what seems like fire,
Yes, yeah. There's
right?
a set
And
of parameters that are decay and
right,
color, texture, visual,
all that
right?
stuff, right?
Now, whether this particle goes left or right is a randomness variable, right? So
Totally.
it's going to generate a
Yeah.
thousand, and they're going to apply a bunch of parameters within ranges to each of the particles, and they're going to take on
But
something.
all of that randomness explicitly comes from the deterministic programming that set up the world, the physics world, that it is like boundaried by.
I mean, it's weights on
Yeah,
values. Those
maybe
are
maybe maybe it's a
that's what I
lot
mean about
closer.
build on top of,
Uh,
right? It's built on top of legacy model, and then you get this
yeah,
like this emergent thing. And
sure.
but more interesting than, like, we could quibble about the like programmatic approaches and like layers and things. I think the thing I was gravitating towards is he wants to enable creators, and it sounds like what AI people are talking about enabling creators. And he has a take on generative AI and how, like, it's where the leveling off looks like it's going to come in his
Hmm.
worldview. And so he's
Yeah,
not thinking it's the singularity to the moon super intelligence. He's thinking it's a really
yeah.
interesting layer of technology that, like, won't solve everything and needs to be, So we shall see, of course. But um, I also had.
I will say the
Oh, go ahead.
enabling creators makes sense though. He runs a video game company. Like,
Yeah,
doesn't that make sense? Like, I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
that's all open.
I
OpenAI's product is an API to enable creators. Creators
Yeah.
being company
I
creators,
view it as like
developers.
backwards. It's like, AI sounds like gaming companies. Like
Well, sure,
like
yeah.
these are they're the newer players in the space than and Epic and Unreal and Unity and all these players have existed for decades or whatever,
Mhm.
however long.
Yeah,
And it's like the opposite. Um,
yeah.
but same thing.
I think it's both directions in my head.
Yeah.
The video rendered. Let's show you real quick while we have
Ooh,
it.
cool.
It's not great. It's okay. I mean, I have very high expectations these days for things like this, but I look like
It's cool
Italian
though.
Mario. This is
I
Amerigo
like it.
Vespucci.
Wait. Is there a non-Italian Mario?
Fair enough. I meant
uh,
like old Italy, like Victorian
gotcha.
Mario, not
I like this. I mean, I think
accent.
it's cool. It's funky.
I
It turned
mean,
your microphone into like a character.
oh yeah, it did. I
Like it
get the
gave your
mic. I see
microphone a
it.
face or something.
It's kind of like New Orleans in Italy. Maybe it's New Orleans. It's
Yeah.
Mardi Gras Mario. That's what it is.
Mardi Gras Mario. I like
But
it.
this is the beginning. It's my asymmetrical
Right.
eyes with junk in the back and a heavy duty mic up front. All right. Well, I'm gonna play with
Why
it.
is
So
their example of manga like GTA 5? That's super weird to me. Do you see this? Like,
yeah, that's not a good
doesn't
example there. That's not
it looks
how I
like
feel.
GTA?
They also have modern anime, which like
Uh,
this woman's face
little more.
shape is okay, but like it doesn't feel right either. Yeah, these are cool. I mean, this is Prisma. You remember the summer
Yes.
slash 5 summers I got addicted to Prisma and everything was there.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right. It is a lot like that, like
this
filters
is
just for
video
videos.
Prisma because yeah,
And
you use their custom or their ones.
mhm. It's cool though. Um,
All right, we're
hmm,
gonna try it again. All right, more soon. We'll share a bunch of cool
more
stuff
soon.
if it becomes cool.
That's our tagline. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, that's the
I like
sharing
it.
piece.
All right. Well, we've been going for almost 30 minutes. I think that's a good place to call it. If you're watching at this point, amazing. And we thank you. And please like, comment, subscribe, share. We need you to share this out. If it's interesting to you, go check out our shorts, check out our long form content. And I think that is all for today. We will see you tomorrow at some unknown time because we'll be in a different state and
Stay
time zone.
tuned.
Stay